think I'm filming. Just about. And I'm round the other way as usual. It does it without fail. Turn you round. And hopefully we've got it right. Hi Randy, hi Beverly, hi Christine. Have you, yeah, oh no, yeah, you're in the US, Christine, aren't you? Wisconsin, do I remember? Hi Beth. I'm just getting the camera lined up a wee bit better. Let me see, right down a wee bit. Just want to get everything in where I'm going to be crafting. Right, so oh, you're baking today, Randy. Oh yeah, sit down, have a rest. Hi Kay, how are you? Are you still in the USA as well? Hi LaDonia. Yeah, I'm just trying to get caught up with stuff and get the house back to normal, and then I just got fed up and I want to craft. So I just want to play and be messy again. Look, I've tidied up my desk. I think it maybe looks a wee bit better than earlier. Me, I'm still on USA time too, Kay. I was awake till 5 o'clock this morning, and then I woke up about 9. I've got to go back to work tomorrow, so I need to get this right. I'm just trying to see if I've straightened up any better. It's raining in New Jersey. Oh, that's Fahrenheit. That's cold, isn't it? I just totally can't remember Fahrenheit. Hi Barb. It's messy. It's messy, Barb. I'm going to be using some ink. I've got these scraps that I made earlier. I'll show you how I made them, but I'm going to use these ones that I've had already because it needs a kind of drying time. So I'm going to be doing a bit of punching and a bit of inky mess, and so let's just go. First of all, I've got a kind of idea in my head. It'll either work or it won't. So I've had a wee play with bits of it just to make sure it's going to work to a certain extent. The reason I'm doing this is because I did tidy up a wee bit and I found my embossing paste. I've been hunting for it for weeks. You know me, messy. I did have another one, but I suspect I threw it out because it dried up. So I thought, let's just use this one. It's not been open, so that's where we're going now. I need my 2-inch punch, which I've tidied away. Okay, let's go. So I'm using these big post-it notes, and I'm just going to punch out. I'll leave a wee bit of a margin there and just punch, but making sure that there's still some sticky on the bit that I'm punching out. I'll set them aside just now. It's amazing, LaDonia, when you tidy up what you find, isn't it? So I've cut a piece of Whisper White, and it is 10.1 centimetres by 14.4, and when I'm finished I will hopefully be able to pop it onto this card base, which is half a sheet of A4 folded in half. Hi Linda. So I'm going to use both parts that I've punched out with my 2-inch punch in this card. I'll put that to the side. So the first thing I want to do is make a kind of a background base for putting my flower. So I kind of want it maybe not in the middle, maybe slightly to the side there and slightly higher. No real reason why I want it there, it's just I think it's quite pleasing to the eye to have your feature sort of slightly higher than the middle. And what I'll do here is use up the rest of these to just cover up the paper as much as I can. Taking advantage of the sticky part, and then I'll just put this one here. So I've covered up the part I'm working. I've just got this hole here, like a surgeon. Just expose the part that I'm going to operate on. Alright, so I also was having a wee think here, and do you know what? These colours, the 2018 to 2020 in colours, that's your Blueberry Bushel, Call Me Clover and Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch and Lovely Lipstick will be going at the end of May. Now heads up folks, the in colours that are going out usually sell out long before the end of the catalogue, so if you don't have these colours and you would like them, I would urge you to get them ordered now. So for this card I'm going to have a wee bit of, it's going to be messy like surgery too. I'm going to use Lovely Lipstick and Pineapple Punch. I hope they're going to work okay. So I can't remember which one's which, so just, yeah, this is the one that I use for pinks and this one for yellow. I need to get more of these brushes. So I'm going to pop some Pineapple Punch on here. I have contaminated or somebody has contaminated my Pineapple Punch stamp pad with something dark, but we'll just have to work with it. So you probably not get pure Pineapple Punch on here, but we'll do our best. I think it's got some kind of blue in it. So basically just making a wee circle of a background here. And let's open the Lovely Lipstick. Not, ooh, that's better. It doesn't want to open. Oops. Didn't really want that to happen, but so blotchy, but never mind. I meant to take some of the ink off before I introduced it, but too late. Told you it would get messy. Right, just blend some more Pineapple Punch over the top. Yeah, it's cold, Christine. Right, so we've got kind of a bit more of the Lovely Lipstick, I think. Whoops. So that's that bit. So that's my background, but I want to make that, get some more texture in there, so I want to get some water on there. So I've got this old toothbrush and a little bit of water in this wee jar. Don't want too much, so what have I got? Oh, I've got big blobs there, but that'll do, because you see suddenly when you put the blobs on, let's have another wee bit. Too much, but that's Janice. That will give it texture. If you want to get smaller blobs, you could use an aqua painter. You could use just a small paintbrush. that's okay. I'm happy with that because it does give it texture. A bit more than I planned, but then I'm going to be putting a flower on there anyway, so I'll take that off there and dry this off with the heat tool a wee bit. See, what I've done is I've used too much water, and my ink has leaked, but I think because I'm going to put texture paste on here, I'm sure it's not going to be too obvious. I'm just going to continue, but learn from that. Learn from that. If you use too much water, your ink will leak. But because I'm going to put texture paste on this, if this was just going to be stamped on now, I would be chucking that. I'm just going to dry it off a wee bit with my heat tool. Oops. Yeah, the water bleaches out the ink quite a bit. So you play with different things to see what you like. Whether you like fine drops. I did see somebody, and I'm trying my best to remember who do it with an aqua painter and just flicked it. There is. So I'm going to use one of these masks to put some texture paste all over it to look like it's completely embossed apart from the circle. So let's just use the bits we punched out and cover up the circle. So that's why I dried that off a wee bit, just to get that to stick. So don't know what I've got on there, but let's just clean it off. Right, I've put this laminated one here. Right, so now I haven't brought water in here, so I'll probably have to run after I've done this and pop this in the bathroom sink. That's alright, you watch Sleepless in Seattle. I'm sleepless in Pullman was last night. Right, I'm thinking I want to just stick that down so that it doesn't move. What have I got? Should have some washi tape lying out somewhere, shouldn't I? Old retired washi tape, that'll do the job. I just don't want this to slip. So I'm just going to move that. I don't know if I want it slightly on the wonk or not. No, I'm just going to do it. I'll deliberately do it on the wonk because if I don't, it needs to be really straight. Hi Karen, thanks for coming back. Let's see what happens. So I'm using the stencil mask thing, and I've got I'm masking over my background there, And I am making this up as I go along, and I don't know where is it? Spatula, where are you? I got it out ready. Oh, would you credit it? Here it is. Right, I've got this plastic spatula, and I've got my texture paste, embossing paste, texture paste, different brands call it different things. I did open it ready for this and then it won't. Oh well. Right, let's see what happens then. I've just taken an amount of texture paste and I'm just going to spread it all over. I don't think I need more out the jar, just gather up where you've already spread and spread that where you want it to be. And then so you've got a nice even layer. Scrape it all back off again, and I'm going to pop that back in the tub. And if you would just talk among yourselves, I am going to take this off and go and put the mask and the spatula in some warm soapy water. Not hot, just warm. And I'll be back in a minute, honestly. Sorry about that, but I didn't want it to dry and be all lumpy. And then we'll just shut this. Yeah, if I'm going to have buttered toast, I like the butter right to the edges too, Karen. Right, so probably should have cleaned this off too. What have I got? The tissue that I used earlier. Right, we'll put that to the side. Might need that in a wee while. Right, so what am I going to do? Leave the mask, and see these brushes? What a shame I never got that bit covered, but never mind, I'm sure it won't detract. I need to dry this a bit before I try to ink it up. So if you've got sensitive hearing, you might want to turn the volume down just now. Just dry this off a wee bit. Personally, if I wasn't filming, I would just go away and do something else and let it dry. It dries quite quickly. it's quite dry. The embossing is quite dry to touch now. Might have to trim it down when I'm done, but not to worry. Right, take that off now. Or was I going to leave that? I was going to leave that on, wasn't I? But let's just take a nice clean one. Well, I dither about and make up in my mind what I'm doing. I'm going to cover it up again. Now, I might need to mat and layer this because it's, do you know, it's quite stiff. Now, which one is which? That's the yellow one. It doesn't make a mess. Look, where's the mess? Karen, there's no mess. Look. I'm just getting a bit more of the pineapple punch on and just taking the heavy bit off. What I'm just wanting to do is just gently brush and just add some colour randomly on here. Make it, this will be much lighter, but it will have some colour on it. I'm going to need a bit more of this. I want to just bring this up a wee bit more. I'm just thinking by putting that up there I'll detract from my blobby bit. I'll need to put yellow on that one. I'm going to trim this down a wee bit and mat and layer it, so I'll do the edges later. Okay, just to add a wee bit of colour. I'm not leaning hard so it doesn't go totally into the white, into the background, so it still gives a lighter background, but I'm just, this is my yellow one, isn't it? I want to kind of be a bit more, oh yeah, a wee bit more there, maybe. Cancel what I said about light. I never said that. If I mean, you can build the colour, you could leave it lighter or you can build it up. I've kind of messed it up there, but I'm just going to keep going. You learn from me. I think it'll still look fine. I'm taking this off for a minute. Now, to get, I did this scrap, but I did kind of play with bits beforehand, just to make sure that I could do what I wanted to do. So again, I've done the same on a scrap of card. What I did, I just sponged and then splattered some water, and that's the results there. So I'm going to be using that bit. So there we go. There's our background, there's our texture. It's just a bit, I want like it flatter, but I'm not going to get that. Then I'm going to stamp flowers. So I'm using Thoughtful Blooms, as I said in my introduction, and I'm just going to do it with black memento. I'm wondering if I've got any black. Oh yeah, I have. Got some black that I can make a mat with. Yes, I do. Like here. Or I can make a lovely lipstick. Let's just... So I'm just going to stick my flower there. That's where it's getting placed. And the stock, this again is from Thoughtful Blooms. And I'm managing to get black. I'm really messy today. I did say it would get messy, didn't I? I wasn't joking. And there's the stalk of the flower. Now, I need black. I need to watch my fingers because I'm getting in a bit of a mess here. So I'm going to use this bit for my flowers. So I was going to stamp them with black memento. Choosing where I'm stamping them to get a bit of both colours. I'm going to have 2 layers to this flower. I'll put that lid on that because I'm so easily get messed. And I'm going to be, as you see, I've already had a go at practicing some of the bits. So I'm going to stamp. I'm using Congratulations, which is one of the sentiments from this set. Just going to put it through there. Right, so now I'm going to punch these out. And then I'll show you how I make textured flowers. Right, so I've got my, I think it's Classic Label Punch. And it's in the annual catalogue. It is a very useful punch. And then we'll use the Celebration freebie. Are you all enjoying Celebration? You all got lots of freebies. You do have until the end of March. But there is a second lot just come out, I think, or is it? I need to read up. Because coming back off holiday, I'm not really up to date with everything. I need to have a read and tell you that at the weekend what's next. But if you have a look on my shop or your own shop, if you're a demonstrator, maybe if you're a demonstrator you could keep me right. Right, I want this to have a bit of a black border as well, so I am just going to get messy in the ink and just dab each line. I show you this kind of method quite often. Yeah, it would be quite good with a banner one, but you could use this and cut the banner ends the other way. Right, so I've just edged that in black. Now I need my plastic again, and I'm going to show you how I make a textured flower. So I've got my 2 little bits of flour. I've got my 2 little flowers. Yeah, Celebration is fantastic this year. And what I need now is my water spritzer. And I'm just going to, honestly, you won't believe this, but I'm actually going to soak these flowers. Maybe should have left them a wee bit longer for the black to dry. Just let the water soak in. Just give them a minute. They will go a little bit more faded, but we can always bump them up when they're dry. The top one anyway. Just let the water soak in and break it down a wee bit. What did I do with my wee bit of tissue I had a minute? Oh, here it is. Right, let's get rid of the excess water. Yeah, the laminated sheet is handy for doing this kind of thing. So this is totally wet now, and I'm actually just going to screw it up. Is that okay? You can do this with big ones too. And then I'm going to screw this one up. Am I making you nervous, Karen? Right, so I've scrunched them up. It's something I used to do years ago a lot with flowers, and I used to stamp them out with pretty paper, punch them out with pretty papers, or die cut the layers out with pretty paper, and then scrunch it all up. Try it with designer series paper as well, it works really good. So I just want it to dry with some texture, so, and the crinkled look makes it look good. Yeah, a guy at my husband's work laminated some sheets for me for my classes, so it has been handy. I'm just screwing this one up again, and then I'm going to get I'm going to have to take this away because it'll melt with the heat gun. I'll use my silicone sheet. I'm going to get my heat gun out again, so turn your volume down if you've got sensitive hearing. Do you know what? I wouldn't do this if I wasn't making a film. Let me get some tweezers. If I wasn't making a film, I would just leave these to dry. Have I got I'm looking for some tweezers. See if these ones will work. I bought these tweezers in a tool shop or something, but they're not as good as my long pointy ones, but I don't know where my long pointy ones are right now. These will do, I'm sure. I won't get it totally dry, but I should get it dry enough to stick it together and let you see. Maybe that was a bit close. So there we go, they're more or less dry enough to stick together, I think. This one maybe just a wee bit wet. Hang on a wee second, I think that's my husband coming in a bit earlier than expected, so I'm just going to let him know what I'm doing. I'll hear it in a wee while. I'll just finish, just so you know what to do. Right, sorry, just wanted to let him know what I was up to. Right, I'm going to take my brush with my colour on. Which one? That must be the yellow. No, that's the yellow one. Right, okay. I've just got a bit more of lovely lipstick. I'm just going to add a wee bit more colour in there. Maybe around the edges a wee bit. Maybe not quite what I had in mind when I started out, but do you know what? I think I'm going to like it. Right, just needed a wee bit more strength in the colour there. Right, so I'll leave them now just to dry off a wee bit more. I'll bring this back in, and I would want to trim this a bit, I think, and put it on some black. Thoughtful Blooms and the Punch are fantastic. These are an app, and to get them free, it's just amazing. I just love it. So please, if you don't have a demonstrator, have a wee look at my Stampin' Up online shop. The link is in the description below, and have a look at all the celebration stuff. if you have a demonstrator, talk to your demonstrator about it, because that, you know, it's, you have to spend £45 to get the, what do we call it, the stamp set, and £90 to get the punch. And I'm going to do it this way. But to get, you know, a stamp set and a punch free, buying something that you were probably going to buy anyway, that's fab. Right, so I'm just trimming the wee bit edge off there. March the 3rd, thanks Jamie. I'm trimming this to 9.7 by 14 for those of you who use centimetres. If you use inches, you maybe just have to, you know, you'll have your own way of doing layers. So then I'm just going to, this is just a bit here, I'm going to cut this one to 10.1 so I can put a wee black frame on this, and I'll glue it down and it will stay firmer. But there's the coordination products as well, though. If you've already got these, there are dies, etc., and some designer series paper that I've got coming later in the week. Right, let's just get this wet glue out and get this stuck down firmly. It might have been better with some snail, I'm not sure, but it's getting stuck down with Tombow. Whether it likes it or not. It's just a bit of paper fibre. I thought it was a blob of ink, but it's not, it's just paper fibre. Just all the heat, the wet and the heat has bumpled the paper a bit, but if I get it stick firmly onto a piece of cardstock, it'll flatten out quite a lot. Right, so there's the basis of our card. In actual fact, I can now stick this onto the main card. I just wanted to show you another thing to do with Thoughtful Blooms. I did record a video and it went out while I was on holiday, so you may already have got this, and I want, you know, if you get this freebie, I want you to make lots of use of it and have some fun with it. Right, so now we're just going to, I'm going to have to stick these. Normally I would use a glue dot, but because these are just still a wee bit damp, I'm going to stick them down, whoops, with wet glue, and I will use my pokey tool to hold it down. And then another wee bit wet glue in there. Normally I would use a glue dot for this kind of job. Do you see how my flower has got some nice texture? And then we'll get something for the middle of here, something shiny. Actually thinking one of these. That's maybe a bit big, is it? Yeah, it's a bit too big. Let's just go with the champagne. Got bits everywhere. I don't want too many colours, but I'm liking these champagne ones just now. These champagne rhinestones are gorgeous. So I'm just going to put one right in the middle there. With my flower, make it pretty. Put these back. And then, whoops. Yeah. Right, I need dimensionals. Here they are, the little ones, I think, for the back of here. I bet they'll be the last ones that I find. Here they are, the teeny weeny ones. Hi Esther. You don't see me for 2 weeks and then I'm here for twice in one day. Back at my day job tomorrow, so I'm not sure. I've got class on Saturday. Not sure when I'll next get on, but I thought, oh, just go for it today and let you all know I'm back. Strategically place this so that it covers most of my wee black blobs, and then I can take, where did I put my champagne? Because I have an idea now to cover up the other blobs. I mean, to artistically place my diamantes. I do think it's funny when people ask me, how do I know where to put them? Exactly, to put that one to cover that blob. I'm going to have a bigger one up there to kind of distract from that, and actually maybe have a third. I need to do it in odd numbers for me. There's one there because there's a dirty mark there. 1, 2, 3, and there's one in there, so we need a fifth one. Let's draw the eye out a wee bit. And do you know what? I'm just actually going to put one there. Right. Pretend I've got an artistic eye. I don't really. It just pleases, you know, if something pleases me, it pleases me. I don't always understand all the rules, but if I like it. And the same with you know, things for the house ornaments and things. I don't really care what things of value is. It's if I like it, I like it. And that's that. So I like that. So there you go. A bit of texture paste, some ink. Wasn't quite as messy as I thought it might get. Maybe it's too messy for some of you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're okay with that. Bit of shimmer, get rid of the back of the diamante. So what do you think? Does that work? Are you okay with that? Oh, Cindy, that's not so good, but hopefully she'll feel better after that. I did maybe use a bit too much pineapple there. I don't know if I should, do you know, I keep playing. I don't know if I want to balance that up or just leave it alone. It looks like it's maybe just run out of there. I'm just going to leave it, but obviously, you know, if you want to try these techniques, you can perfect that. And it's just fun. Do you know, I don't even have, you know, an intended recipient for this. I just wanted it to make it. And so I've shared it with you. So please subscribe if you don't already subscribe. If you're watching this on replay, hit the live chat button so that you can see the conversation that was going on here, and you will then make a wee bit more sense of my conversation. In the description box below, there's links to my shop, there's links to my blog, my Facebook. I also I have a Facebook page for, I think it's called Jazzle Dazzle Crafty and Friends. Esther, what have I called it? You usually get it right. But anyway, I've got a craft share, as a Jazzle Dazzle and Friends craft share group on Facebook. I'd love it if you want to come and join in and share your crafty makes. Doesn't have to be stamping. I've got friends sharing photography, painting, crochet, any craft that you enjoy. Just come and share your creativity with us. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all soon. That's it. Thanks, Esther. Jazzle Dazzle and Friends Craft Share Group. Please come along and join in. And honestly, you'll be amazed at everyone's creativity, but we'd like to see your creativity too. So, thank you. See you soon. A bientôt. Now I have to find out how to get off.